gonna write a poem, a Valentine's Day poem for my subscribers. Roses are red, violets are blue. I like books, don't you? No, okay, that's not gonna work. Roses are red, violets are blue. Hit that subscribe button and I'll love you? I mean, it's true, but no, they're already subscribed. Roses are red, violets are blue. These books bring me joy, and so do you. As you might have guessed, this video is going to be all about books that are perfect for Valentine's, and my gift to you this Valentine's Day is 5 Valentine's Day books. I just wrote on my hand. Well, let's get right into the video. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Book Talk with Talia. In today's video, we're going to be talking about all the perfect books for Valentine's Day, but don't forget to subscribe to the Shelf Stuff channel if you haven't already, and make sure to hit the post notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my book talks. And let's get right into the books. If you're looking for a graphic novel this Valentine's Day, you might want to try out Crush by Svetlana Chimykova. This book is actually book 3 in the Berrybrook Middle School series, but you don't have to read the other ones to read this one. They're all just loosely related in the same middle school. In this book, our main character Jorge is kind of big for his age, so people usually think he'll be either a bully or a tough guy, but he's actually just really sweet and cares about his friends and actually stands up for people who get bullied. Life is fine for Jorge. He has his friends, he's doing okay in school, but he does have a huge crush on a girl named Jasmine. For some reason, whenever Jasmine comes nearby, Jorge just gets completely tongue-tied, he can't speak to her at all, and he just loses complete sense of himself. And the worst part is, Jasmine already has a boyfriend, but that doesn't mean that Jorge doesn't have a chance with her. Of course, life isn't always easy, and there are some choices that Jorge and his friends make that might affect his ability to get with Jasmine, but you'll just have to read and find out more. And that is the graphic novel Crush by Svetlana Chimykova. One book that definitely screams Valentine's Day is from the My Weird School Special series by Dan Gutman, and it's called Oh Valentine, We've Lost Our Minds. In this book, the main My Weird School character AJ and the boys in his class are not interested in love at all. They just call it the L word, they hear it and they gag, their teacher tries to say it and they throw themselves to the floor. They're not interested in love at all. But even though the boys in the class don't like thinking about love, the girls love love. When a new foreign exchange student named Pierre comes into the class, all of the girls go completely gaga for him. Now, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, and even though AJ doesn't really want to admit that he might kind of like this girl in his class that he says he hates named Andrea, it turns out that Pierre wants Andrea to be his Valentine. So AJ and Pierre are going to have to get into a fight, it's a thumb war, to see who gets to be Andrea's Valentine. And that was Oh Valentine, We've Lost Our Minds, one of the books in the My Weird School Special series by Dan Gutman. If you have ever had a huge crush on someone, or just might want to know what that's like, you should definitely pick up the 3rd book in the Confidentially Yours series, Heather's Crush Catastrophe by Jo Whitmore. And I know I have a ton of series on this list, I didn't realize it until now, but yeah, this book is just so good and you should look into the series in general. If you haven't read the Confidentially Yours series before, it's about 4 main characters, Brooke, Vanessa, Heather, and Tim, and how they all get through middle school while writing the middle school advice column. So of course this book is called Heather's Crush Catastrophe, which means that it focuses on Heather, and Heather is actually my favorite main character in the series. She writes the relationships part for the column, and she kind of wants to be in a relationship herself. Even though she's a 6th grader, Heather falls head over heels for an 8th grade boy who also works on the paper named Stefan. Now, Stefan isn't really the best guy in the world. Her friends don't like him, and he does do some things that are kind of annoying, but Heather just completely is blinded by love. She only sees the good things about him, and what she wants more than anything is to get him to go to the school dance with her. This book definitely shows all of the highs and lows that can happen when you have your first big crush, and basically have, as the title says, a crush catastrophe. And that was Confidentially Yours number 3, Heather's Crush Catastrophe by Jo Whitmore. Those of you who are looking for just a little romance in your next book should definitely check out Hamstersaurus RECS Gets Crushed by Tom O'Donnell. This is the 3rd book in the Hamstersaurus RECS series, and if you haven't read the series before, it's basically about 6th grader Sam Gibbs and his half-mutant dinosaur, half-hamster named Hamstersaurus RECS. I covered the 2nd book in my Books About Animals video if you'd like to check that one out, but that's just basically what the series is. So in this book, Sam is taking on a bunch of mysteries and like missing item cases for his friends because he just solved a huge mystery in the last book, and now everyone sees him as this big problem solver. Meanwhile, Hammy Rex has been taken out of the classroom and is being hidden in a small closet in the school so that nobody can find him and try to do experiments on him. Sam feels really bad that Hammy has to be alone for half of the day in a closet by himself, so after school he decides to take Hammy out of the closet, bring him back to the classroom, and show him the new class hamster, Cartamandua. Strangely enough, Hammy doesn't act like himself around the new hamster at all. He makes a weird squeaking noise and kind of embarrasses himself by knocking over a water dish onto Cartamandua, and Sam is starting to think maybe Hammy has a little crush. But of course, Sam can't focus on Hammy's crush right now because he has to solve one of the biggest mysteries that has ever come to Horace Hotwater Middle School, and that is there a ghost haunting the halls? So it's going to be up to Sam and his partner Hammy to figure out the mystery and see if there's actually a ghost in the middle school, and also Hammy might just have a new girlfriend. And that was Hamstersaurus RECS Gets Crushed by Tom O'Donnell. One book that focuses on both self-love and a little outward love is Alan Cole Doesn't Dance by Eric Bell. Now, this is actually the 2nd Alan Cole book. The first one is Alan Cole Is Not a Coward, so if you haven't read that book yet, you can skip ahead. In the last book, 7th grader Alan admitted to both his brother and his school that he was gay. Now, he's really dealing with the aftermath of coming out, and unfortunately, it's not all great. Alan is being bullied at his school, and his big brother sees it but doesn't really do anything to stop it. And even worse, Alan can't tell his parents about the bullying because he hasn't come out to them yet. If that wasn't enough, the school dance is coming up, and Alan's dad really wants Alan to take his boss's daughter, June, to the dance. If Alan does take June, June's dad might give Alan's dad a promotion. But, of course, Alan doesn't want to take June to the dance because A, she's mean, and B, he might be starting to have feelings for the new boy at school. And that was Alan Cole Doesn't Dance by Eric Bell. If you're looking for something extra sweet this Valentine's Day, you might want to try out Sweet Treats and Secret Crushes by Lisa Greenwald. Lisa Greenwald is also the author of the TBH series and the Friendship List series, so if you like those, you should definitely check out this one. In this book, 7th graders Olivia, Kate, and Georgia are best friends stuck in their apartment building because of a huge snowstorm. Now, a snow day off from school is usually great, but it's Valentine's Day. The girls do have crushes on boys, and now they won't be able to talk to them on Valentine's Day this year, and they're going to have to wait a whole nother year to have that romantic Valentine's Day that they've always dreamed of. But, of course, the girls are not going to let the snow day bring them down. They decide to make fortune cookies and share them with some of the neighbors in the apartment and learn about their life stories, figure out more about themselves, and also kind of figure out how their friendship is going because all 3 girls are starting to grow up and be a little different, and this day is just going to really help them bond and become closer. And, of course, surprise, surprise, Kate gets some good news in the form that her crush Brendan might be coming to visit the building, so there is a little romance that may or may not happen. But of course, they might also realize that friendship is more important than seeing a crush on Valentine's Day. You'll just have to read and see. And that was Sweet Treats and Secret Crushes by Lisa Greenwald. And those are all of the Valentine's Day books that I have for this video. But of course, if there was anything I missed, something that you'd love to read on Valentine's Day, leave it in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the Shelf Stuff channel so you don't miss a single one of my videos, and I will see you next time. Bye!